Today, I would like to present you to reduce your use of social media because it can be addictive, dangerous, and influence your interpersonal relationship with others. We depend on your smartphone for work, education, personal, and social activity. When was the last time you left home without your phone and continued your journey? Can you remember? Because maybe it's been years since you have been without one. The internet has become an essential part of our daily lives. Social media has developed and is affecting today's generation. I'm sure most of you use social media in some form or another. At least you use Facebook or YouTube. In 2005, when social media was in its infancy, only about 5% of people in the US were using it. By 2019, that number has grown to about 70%. In early 2019, the Pew Research Center conducted a study on social media use and popularity among US adults. According to the survey, while adults give preference to YouTube and Facebook, teens prefer Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok. Is currently the fastest growing social network among young users. First, let's start with what it can do to your body. Social media is an addiction. Some people check their social media when they start their day, right before bed, and constantly throughout the day. That is when the problem starts. The amount of time spent on social media is startling. According to one study, the average teenager between the age of 13 and 18 spend more than 9 hours a day on social media, while twins between the age of 8 and 12 spend about 6 hours a day. I know it's not just kids who are addicted to their smartphone, but if we can stop smartphone use at a young age, that would be a good start. On average, a person who spends over 5 years on daily life on social media, which is incredible. How would you feel at 18 or 19 years old thinking about the 5 years of your life you wasted scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter? People use their phone everywhere, at the dinner table, in the car, lying in the bed, and even in the bathroom. Basically, we use it at all times. It's not a big deal, but there have been cases where social media addiction has been a life or death situation. Many studies have shown that increased social media use can lead to anxiety, depression, loneliness, and in some extreme cases, suicide. Another problem may be that social media is dangerous. They have a negative effect on your body image. Inspirational social media accounts are everywhere. These media accounts get tips on how to eat less and binge and purge on food pictures of girls with producing bone and unrealistic bodies. They also make eating disorder seem like strength and self-control when it is a serious mental illness. Social media trend and challenge are all the rage lately, and this is because social media platforms have given the ability to spread like wildfire. There are challenges that seem silly, but can lead to bad situations. Some people may have issue with self-shaming due to receiving hate on social media. If they post a picture and don't get the number of likes they think they deserve, they may look at themselves differently and find all the flaws in this picture. The more time a person spends on social media, the more likely they are to experience cyberbullying, social anxiety, and depression. Finally, social media can affect face-to-face interpersonal communication. This has happened to all of us at one time or another. It's hard to have a conversation with someone who is more aware of their cell phone than we are, looking at it all the time even though they haven't generated any signal. This phenomenon can lead to social and emotional distress that disconnect us from reality. The term phobbing is formed from the term phone and snobbing and refer to the habit of avoiding one's friends or partner to focus on one's phone or other electronic device. It is a habit that has become part of everyday life, putting an end to after dinner conversation, conversation in line, and even conversation with friends or relatives. Who hasn't seen a couple at a romantic dinner looking at their phone and avoiding each other? The University of Florida realized an infographic. The research indicates that 59% communicated through mobile apps and 14% face-to-face. Social media is not the problem per se, it's how people use it in place of actual communication and face-to-face socialization. In conclusion, we can see that as the years go by, more and more people are using their smartphone. But they don't just use it for an hour, they use it for a lot of hours. We can see that this can lead to big problems. So if people continue to use their phone and social network so much, what will happen to life a few years? Are we going to be talking on the phone and not seeing anymore? Will everyone become addicted like many young people today? To try to alleviate this problem, I'd like to leave you with some strategy you can use to reduce your use of social media. I would call it a social media detox. Reduce the amount of time you look at your phone. You can set it on your phone. Turn off your notification. This way you won't be tempted to click on app along the day. Check social media for a purpose. You can create a social media free zone, such as the dinner table in your bedroom or living room. That way, you can spend time talking or socializing with the people around you. Using some of these strategies can improve your well-being and allow you to reduce social media use.